Okay, let's dive right in. There's been a really dramatic political shift we need to talk about.
Absolutely. We've been looking through the source material on the latest South Korean presidential election.
And the headline is pretty stark. The opposition party has actually won the presidency.
That's right. It's quite the outcome after months of what you could only call political turmoil.
Yeah, a real upheaval. So the winner is Kim Min-jun from the Democratic Renewal Party.
And the sources confirmed the numbers. He got 51.2% of the vote.
So not really a nail-biter then. But what really jumps out from the material is that this didn't happen in a vacuum, right? It followed a really turbulent period.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's sort of the key context here. Our mission, really, in this deep dive is to unpack why this happened now and, what the sources are telling us it might signal for South Korea.
Okay, so digging into that context, what did the source material highlight?
Well, it paints a pretty clear picture. The past year, according to these reports, was dominated by a huge corruption scandal linked to the outgoing administration.
Right, I remember reading about that. And massive public protests, too.
Yeah, widespread protests and just this deep, deep sense of frustration bubbling up across the country. You really get a feel for that from the sources.
Which makes sense when you look at Kim Min-jun. The material describes him as a former human rights lawyer.
That's him. And a really outspoken critic of the government that was just voted out.
So his platform was all about accountability, reform. It seems like he tapped right into that public mood.
Precisely. His victory feels directly connected to this, powerful public demand for a change, for something different.
And the sources suggest it wasn't just the scandal, though. There were other factors.
No, it was broader. You also had, significant public unhappiness with the economy, and the outgoing president's approval ratings had just plummeted. Kim's campaign really seemed to capture that general feeling that things needed to go in a new direction.
Yeah, you could almost hear that in his victory speech, based on the reports we saw. He apparently called it a victory for the people.
And he specifically pledged to restore trust in government, focus on the economy, that kind of thing.
He also mentioned the chaos of the past year, didn't he? Saying it was a reminder about democracy.
Yeah, like a reminder of its fragility, but also its power, which I think sets up the next big question the sources raise. Okay, he won, but what happens now?
Right, because a win is one thing, governing is another. And the material definitely points to some major challenges ahead for him.
Huge challenges. The sources are pretty clear on that. He's got a lot on his plate, even before the inauguration later this month.
And they get specific, don't they? I saw mentions of, first, the need to restore investor confidence. Apparently it's been really shaken.
Yes, shaken by all the political instability and the scandals. That's a big one economically.
Okay, what else? Youth unemployment. That kept coming up.
Persistently high youth unemployment. And one report made the point,